You know what I'm saying? I was talking to somebody the other day. McDonald's is the biggest brand almost in the fast food in the world. But guess what? You're going to turn on the TV and see commercials. And you ask yourself, why does McDonald's still need commercials? Because they're still competing with everybody else.
Yeah, they are. They're competing with Burger King, Five Guys.
Right.
Five Guys came
and
out.
Even though you already got what you like about them, but guess what? They still spend $1 million a year or $2 million because NB Promotions. That's my marketing company. So if anybody wants to do business with me, I start 1 week $25. So obviously, as you can tell, I'm not somebody who's trying to break the bank. Don't need that. That's just one of my streams of income where I'm trying to help the artist and not break the bank.
Right.
NB Promotions with 2s.com. That's it. You can reach out to me. We can start off if you want to build up trust with me. We can start off 1 week. We can do 1 month. We can do 6 months, or we can do a whole year. And that's why that's why the way you build up your fan base. Your fans know you know them, and now you don't need a record label because now you got 20,000 followers, 15,000 followers that you can go directly to when you got a new product you're trying to sell. That's music, that's modeling pictures, that's business, that's anything. Social media can be used for anything. Don't put yourself in a box. This box is big. You have a world out here.
Mm-hmm. And you want someone building your website that knows the music industry, because it's a different type of website to promote your music, to promote, for example, I have this in these shows and things like that. I have to have a specialized website to hold that information.
Right,
so you need somebody that knows how to do that. Not just any web developer can do that. So you want to make sure that you have someone who knows the industry to know how to have your music out there and present it well. I tell people you need a website. A lot of people say, oh, you don't need a website with social media. You actually do, because you need a place for them to go once they like your stuff.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say something right on top of what you just said, because you said some real. What if Twitter shuts down? What if Facebook shuts down? What if SoundCloud or whatever, Instagram shuts down? You still got what buzzer.com.
Mm-hmm.
You still can talk to your people. Mm-hmm. So don't rely on this stuff. Use it while it's free. I would say don't use it as a crutch. Use it while it's free, but don't rely and depend on it. Have your backup plan, which is your website.
Exactly. And, because people say, oh, Facebook is always going to be around. Well, Facebook is laying off a whole bunch of people because they having some financial difficulties.
You know how many times Tyler them hacked Facebook? And I ain't want to make it political, but I'm saying it don't take much for somebody to be hacked and destroyed. I mean, I think a lot of people thought Snapchat and what's the other thing, Vine. These companies are now pretty much null and void.
Mm-hmm.
So don't rely on these companies. Elon Musk bought Twitter, and the way Twitter going on right now, and the stocks and everything, I hope it stays. I got a lot of followers over there, but if it don't, you still got to have your backup plan, which is your website.
That is true. We have Twitter. You have Meta, which is a part of Facebook, and everything like that. Don't put your product in the hands of someone else, because they can invest poorly, or they can decide to pull out. Okay, you know what? This isn't worth my money or my time anymore. They could decide to do something else and everything like that. And then what are you going to do?
Perfect example, because I think that me and you probably came into the same kind of world at the time. I was a MySpace baby. When they pulled MySpace and I was doing music, I thought the world ended.
Yes. I had MySpace. Actually, I went a couple years ago and I'm like, wow, this MySpace page still exists? Because
it's still up. They just ain't doing no marketing. Yes. They ain't changed
I Googled myself and I was like, my MySpace page was there. And I went back. Number one, it was reminiscent because I'm like, wow, this is where I was at this point in my life. But I was just like, that was the biggest thing. That's actually was the thing before Facebook.
It was the only thing.
Mm-hmm.
It was the only thing that would got me. That would told me that I had something to offer, because I'm from a small town, and bro, they about 20,000 at that time. And for me to go from that to put my music on MySpace and have people all over the world like, yo, you the one. I'm like, all right, I like this MySpace. Let's keep this going. You feel me? So
yeah, that was the place. I connected with people in the music industry, because at that time I was actually into music,
right,
and everything like that. And you see my tweets where I was talking to someone who was like, up and coming at that time. And I'm that was amazing to me, because I'm like, wow, he's like, oh, I'm touring in China, and I'm like, I'm in Philadelphia, and everything like that.
Well, MySpace gave you a direct access to celebrities, just like now I think all this other stuff are doing it now. MySpace was doing it.
Yeah.
People, Mary J. Blige would be on there saying, "I love your music." Yeah, these people was already, you know what I mean? Oh, they was on that thing trying to find new talent. And this is when, at that time, and that's for another discussion, but that's the time when Drake got signed. And guess who was supposed to go there to the Cash Money in Miami meeting? This is the time when the rapper singer thing was starting to pick up. My mama couldn't afford it, but guess who could? Drake.
Right.
And the rest is history. But they didn't want me to as well.
And the rest is history. So, just to sum everything up, is that you have to have your business together. You have to have your business sense together. There are practical steps. There are reasons why big corporations, they're on social media, but they have a website for you to go to. So these things are not obsolete and everything like that. You just have to have your stuff together and be prepared. Nobody was prepared, not even the music industry, when COVID hit.
No.
And everything. I kind of was, because I was already pretty much virtual. When I started my business 10 years ago, I started virtual, and everybody was like, oh, no, you need an office. And as soon as COVID happened, they were like, wow, like that was really smart, because now I had to figure out what to do with my office space that now is non-existent. I still have this lease, but we can't even go to it. So you have to have that foresight. You have to have your backups. You have to have, your data, your music backed up. And there's a thing of protecting your music, even because once you put it out there on social media, everybody has access to it. So you got to make sure you have your copyrights. It is not the same as a trademark. I keep telling people that trademark is your business and the service that you provide. Your copyright is your intellectual property, which is your songs. If you write music, because some people do the music songwriting, guess what? You got to have a copyright for both of those to make sure that you are protected. And those things, we went through that before with intellectual property, protects you for your whole life. Actually, because it's 70 years, pretty much if you're in your 20s, that's your whole life, and everything like that. So it does protect you. It doesn't stop people from using your stuff, but you have protection when they do, and you can go out there and you can get your money from them using it. So you want to make sure that you are covered in those ways when it comes to music. You want to, because what happened? What did they have? Oh my goodness, the first one. Where they were downloading music for free. I did it too, because I'm like, oh, free music.
I mean, back in the day, when we had BedShare. Yeah. We had a lot of stuff. And at that point, I used to go there and get that 50 pack and go and download everything you wanted from them CDs.
It was a big one. And this one company actually almost Napster, that's it. Napster, them the ones that broke it open. The music industry.